Hello again, everybody. It's Harry Boxer, the technical trader, and it's Thursday night, February the 16th. These are the charts of the day on the long side. The market's still pushing ahead, and although it's getting lofty, it's been getting like that for 2 weeks and continues to push higher. We'll continue to play long side until we get a definitive thrust to the downside to reverse things. If you look at a lot of the charts we're going to look at, you see a lot of stocks are extended, and yet they keep pressing higher as momentum is an interesting thing. CYBI, Cybex International, I believe the manufacturer of exercise equipment, exploded earlier this month, ran into a 4-day flag pattern, and started to move 3 days ago. Today it accelerated up to 280, close to 235, however. Still up 48 cents or 25%, was up almost 50% at one time. Note the volume today, 800,000, the biggest volume I've ever seen in a stock, except for, well, let's say in a couple of years. So a significant move, especially across here, and the measure move alone could get it up towards the $4 range. Up next is Syntel, which had a spectacular day today, breaking out of a long multi-month coiling base and exploding for 980 or 21.5%. 600,000 traded, a very big move for this stock, and a kind of a thrust that you get at the beginning of an important move. However, there is resistance up in that zone. I'll look for something around 60 for our trading target. ITRI, big day today too with earnings. Stock exploded from let's call it about the 48 range up to about 48.23, up 8.12 today, 20%. 4.2 million big volume. You'll see that it got up to and pulled back from a key resistance zone, going back to here. And so if we can pop through there, look for a move that eventually takes this into the high 50s and then mid 60s. But for starters, let's see if we can get through the zone of resistance here. BDSI, after the pop, the big one that had in January, then moved into a coiling tight coil just beneath resistance. Today it popped up to 255, closed at 233, up 33 cents, 16.5% on 1.2 million. Significant in that it's the biggest volume since mid-January. Now, we're up against resistance here. And it backed off that resistance zone. But if we do get a push through here, we could very well easily see the $3 zone and then perhaps even 4. Those are my two targets. VCI, Velasas. Now, after breaking out across this lateral resistance and then pulling right back to a kind of platforming there and flagging, it popped today for 347 or 15%. Mine was a hefty nearly 4 million, 3.92 million. And the close was excellent, not that far off the high, up 347. So let's see if we can get up and test this $28 declining tops line, my major target. But should we get through there, I'd look for something around 32. GRVY, Gravity, really smoking here of late. You can see how it ran steadily and then accelerated into the resistance zone, pulled back and flagged for a week. Popped yesterday and today again, moving up another 30 cents or 12.6% on a million shares. And volume the last 2 days has been great. It's up against key overhead resistance, going all the way back to, you can see the top here in 09 at around today's high. So we got resistance here, and if we can get through this zone, very well see the stock at 4.5, something like that, my intermediate target. MIPS, very good day today as well. After breaking out a couple weeks ago and then flagging here, you can see how yesterday it popped out of the flag and today accelerated for another 68 cents or almost 11%. It looks like the fifth wave is underway. We should get it up towards 8, 8.25, my next trading target. GNC, one of my top picks for the year, looking great. You can see how it accelerates here. Moved through the top of the resistance line and should at this point take a run at 34.5 zone. Perhaps my stock of the year, CIE, which has moved since October around the 6 level up to 35 today, and almost 6-fold increase in 5 months. Great looking pattern. Flat, a little head and shoulder type base. Break out the flag, to break out the flag, and then another fifth wave up with a what we call an exhaustion gap. We'll see if that's an exhaustion gap or a runaway gap, but certainly if it gets over 37.5, we could see the stock in the low to mid 40s. but must be cognizant of the gap and support around 30. Underneath that, not good. SHFL, Shuffle Master has been in a beautiful rising channel. Today's pop from 1364 to 1501, closing just a penny off the high, was excellent move, but it is right at the top of the channel. Should it accelerate through here, expect to see 16.5, 17, maybe as high as 18, 18.5. LCA Vision up another 45 cents or 6.5%. It appears that it, well, first of all, it broke out of the month-long flag, pulled back for one inside day, and then it's right back up to the high. Should it get up through the 7.5, 765 area, we could easily see the stock making it up towards 9. MyTech had a potential breakout day today, folks. If you take a look at the 5-6 day pennant here, following this big breakout a week and a half ago, the stock is now sitting right on resistance from this line here, and should it break through here, it could accelerate to test the $13 range short term. If it gets above that, I'm looking at a stock in the 15 to 17 zone. And lastly, today's Amylin Pharmaceuticals. Wanted to point out the base, the big breakaway gap, the run up, and now the wedge is forming. If you look at the multiple highs in here, we're right up against it today at around 1835. If we break through here, this can explode into the low 20s, and that's what we'll be looking for. That's it for tonight and this weekend. I won't talk to you until probably on Wednesday when I'm coming back from the Traders Expo. Good luck, everybody. Have a great weekend.